Hello, possibly, potentially. No, yep, there we go. Alright, cool. I feel like I sound alright. You wanna know something kind of weird about recording and live streaming on a PlayStation? Is that, like, my audio when I'm live streaming is louder than it is when I'm recording, you know? So it's like, I I don't know. So it's like when I'm like, oh, I sound good. I sound all right. I sound at a good, decent level. Particularly when in comparison with the game audio, I'm like, oh, cool. But then I get that experience while live streaming. But then if I record my voice, I'm like, oh, now I'm too quiet, and it's really weird. I don't know why that works out the way that it does. You know? Because here, let's just test with talking to the doll.
Welcome home, good hunter.
Yes, welcome indeed. I am
is it
so
you desire?
welcome and stuff. Talk.
Good hunter, your presence somehow soothes.
Sure
I
it
sense
does.
the ancient echoes. They course your veins.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like,
Farewell,
I don't
good
know. I think I'm
hunter.
pretty good. Though, I don't know if anyone does happen to watch and feels the urge to leave, like, a comment or something. Do let me know how I sound. I don't know. I recently just recorded a Bloodborne video, and I'm like, I'm too quiet in this. Like, it's like I'm not egregiously quiet, but I'm like quiet enough to the point where I'm like, I wish I turned up my mic volume or I did something. I wish I like tested it before I just recorded for an hour. Uh, but anyway, here I am playing Bloodborne right now. And it's a little bit of a pun. Can I hit you with the fact that I'm kind of a pun guy? It's called coursing Bloodborne, you know, like coursing blood, but also coursing like discoursing. Huh? Huh? Get it? Because if you don't mind, I after watching the like season finale of Severance, I started talking about it, and I see there's this narrative cropping up a lot. I see it happening a lot, and I honestly I find it to be a bit irritating. You know, it's like I don't know if you don't mind. Full spoilers for Severance season 2 and like the whole show basically, but particularly the finale, where it's like the discourse I keep running into is that like people don't get the point of the show if they are like frustrated or upset with the actions of our main character, our main guy. Not Mark Scout, but Mark S. But it's like I don't know. I do think it's a lot more interesting and nuanced than I think people are trying to make it out to be. It's like I don't know. Maybe there are people that really do have this take that saw the season finale and watched the entirety of Severance and we're like, yeah, but the innies aren't real people. Yeah, they're not real people, so who cares? It's like that's everything I keep seeing. I keep constantly seeing people talk about how it's like Mark S had every right to make that decision, and it's like, yeah, he did. He has free will. He has the ability to do what he wants, but it's like I think if you were to ask me, what he does is selfish, which is fine. It's understandable, but it's also dumb. You know, it's a little dumb, but it's like, you know, I get why he did it. It's like if you don't understand at least why he did it, that's a bit insane to me. If you really watch the end of that episode and you're like, oh man, Mark S, he should have just obeyed his Audi. He should have just done what he was told to do. And it's like, if that's the reason why you're mad at Mark S, like, I find that to be insane, right? I find that to be, like, a genuinely insane take. You know, speaking of insane things I want to do, Yeah, take me on down to Central Yarnum. I want to do the Yarnum shuffle. Uh, but yeah, it's like I find it to be very I don't know. I find it to be very odd, sort of language surrounding it. You know, because it's like if you were to ask me, hey, why were you upset? Why did you kind of hate Mark S a little bit at the end of the finale? Well, I kind of hated him because he like broke poor Gemma's heart, you know? It's like Gemma, who's been through so much, has had like, it's just like it's like I don't know, it's kind of an interesting argument of like does Gemma have it worse than uh every other innie, you know? And it's like I think kinda, right? You know? It's because like her innies are always like scared or irritated, or they have to do something that I think makes it like that makes them kind of miserable. You know? And at least made to be uncomfortable. So it like it's like Gemma deserved to get out of there. She deserved to be saved. It's just all the more tragic that she then has to like see her husband or see a version of her husband then turn his back on her and abandon her, you know? It's like deeply tragic. And it's like and also it's like here am I not a jerk if all these people being like, Mark S has the right to make whatever decision he wants to make? It's like, yeah. Oh, okay. So you have no empathy for Gemma. So you hate Gemma. So that's what you're saying, right? Right? That's what you're saying, right? It's like I feel it's a bad faith take that is just like a little rude and fundamentally misunderstanding people's feelings, which is very funny when you're like, hey, listen, I can understand this fictional character's feelings, but this real person who has these real feelings about a fictional character, you just don't get the show, and you're basically an idiot. And it's like, again, I'm being a prick. I'm taking what they're saying and assuming that why they're saying it in bad faith. Like I'm not being charitable or kind, which is why it's just like that's just what I'm perplexed about. Is it just like nope, sorry, pal. You can't be upset. It's like, I don't know, man, because it's like, again, is the ending not bittersweet? Even if you are all for Mark and Helly running off into the proverbial sunset, or in this case, the glow of I don't know what do you call those office lights? But yeah, just running off into the random seemingly nonsensical white hallways of the Lumen building. It's like their expression is not happy at the end. You kind of see like their smile and like the joy fade from their face, and it like literally stops on them kind of looking like concerned and confused. And like it's a reference to kind of two different movie endings. I don't know what the second one is. I saw a video about it, and I don't know. I found it to be kind of. I did find it to be interesting. Yeah, aren't there insight guys around here? I don't know if I want to be going this way. I mean, I can stand to lose a little bit of insight, but I'm just nervous because it's been forever since I've been in this area. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Some free bullets. Nice. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's like, I think it's very human to like see that and be like upset about it. And also, I don't know, I feel like I feel like irregardless if you're like, oh, how could you be even a little mad at Mark S? How could you even be mildly upset with him. It's like I don't know how you could not. I don't know how you can't have a little bit of bitterness in that ending. Even if you like Mark and Helly together, and you're like, well, yeah, of course he chose Helly, and it's like, yeah, it makes sense that he did. It still hurts though. I don't know. It's like, say for example, obviously this is not a one-to-one comparison, but allow me to make it anyway. If you're in a relationship with somebody and they decide to break up with you because they found someone better and they were like, this is the one for me, and I'm sorry, but I don't want to be with you anymore. You know, you can maybe understand it. Maybe if you love the person enough, you're like, it's okay. I understand. I would want you to choose your happiness over my happiness. That is genuinely how much I care about you. But that shit still hurts, don't it? It's still not. You're not gonna feel good afterwards. You're not gonna be like, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you for hurting me. I appreciate that. It's like, I don't know, right? Am I wrong? Am I a psycho babbling about nothing in particular? I knew you were there, and yet somehow I let you get me. But yeah. So it's like, I don't know, it's like, I understand why people are making these takes and like saying these things, but also it's like, you know, as much as like again, I also specifically said when I was talking about it, I was like, I don't care about Mark Scout. I don't think he should have done it for Mark Scout. He should have done it for Gemma. I don't care. Mark Scout is kind of an asshole. Like he's sort of a he's sort of like a flawed person, you know? He's not perfect, but he's not like, because also it's like, I don't know, I find it interesting, right? Is that it's like, oh, how dare Mark Scout ask Mark S to willingly end his own life? How could he do that? How could he expect that? You know, it basically what he's doing is amounting to murdering Mark S, to ending his life. And it's like, well, does Mark S not do the same by by staying in the building? So long as he lives, Mark Scout dies, you know? If Mark S wants to live forever, then Mark Scout has to die, you know? Hence why it's like, you know, it makes sense why he's distrustful, but at least with the potentiality of reintegration, there is something there. There's a potential for both of them to live, you know? Maybe they won't get everything they want. Maybe they'll be like a different person. Maybe it'll be really weird and strange, but at least there's something there for both of them. Because it's like, are they not both people? And also, are they not both the same person? You know? It's like, I don't know, again, maybe we don't believe Petey. Maybe Petey has been completely forgotten by everyone, including Mark. But it's like, it's like Petey literally says to Mark, like, you're still the same person. You still feel the same feelings. You just don't know how to describe it. And there's also, there is this like weird tension between Mark S and Gemma. Like, they obviously have some sort of connection. It's just like Mark S doesn't necessarily see it as like a romantic thing, but I think Miss Casey does. You know, like, she's obviously kind of infatuated by Mark, hence why she just accepts whatever he says and lets him kind of do whatever, and lets her and lets him tell her what to do, you know? So it's like they're still the same people. So it's like, I don't know, I do find it a bit baffling about this idea of like, no, they are separate people. And it's like, they're not. They are the same people, you know? It's like, here, you mind if I hit you with the clone argument, the clone idea? If you make a clone of yourself, like, is that clone you? yeah, I feel like you would obviously say, no, that clone isn't me. That clone is exactly like me. It thinks exactly like me. It may or may not have the exact same memories as I do. It's like, yeah, it's interesting. It's like, when you do make a clone, is it a clone with every one of your memories? Because then I would say that is exactly you. But even a clone without your memories is still you, isn't it? You're still the same person fundamentally. It does bring this really interesting question up of like how much of ourselves are determined by our memories. Like how much do our memories and the things we've learned shape who we are. And it's like maybe if we don't like personally have access to those memories still affect us and they still have like meaning. Ow, rude. You know, so it's like because it's like that's the thing with the severed folk, the innies, is that they do have some memories. The whole point is they don't have like personal memories. You know, it's like in the very first shot of the show, or in the very first scene of the show, Mark is asking Helly like, name a state, and every other question she doesn't know, but she does know about Delaware. So it's like, I don't know. I find it kind of fascinating, and then also like with how she talks about the equator in the final episode. Like they still do have memories. It just their memories, their personal memories, can't like control them or hold them back or tell them who they are. You know, they have to kind of like figure it out naturally. And isn't that what life is? Trying to like figure out who you are via trial and error. My god, these guys do a lot of damage. It's pretty wild. But yeah, so do you think I'm in the wrong here? Do you think I'm completely off base with this? Because it's like, so yeah, I don't know. It's like, yes, I do think the innies deserve to live. They deserve to have rights. But it's like, if you aren't alive, it's like those rights don't particularly matter. You know, it's like I think it would be really interesting to see how this like revolution takes place and how exactly it works out. You know, because that is what's happening. That's the setup kind of for the third season, is the innies kind of revolting and fighting back, fighting for their autonomy, you know, fighting for their personhood. And I think that is like really cool and really interesting. But it's like, I don't know, I feel it's very fatalistic, and it's very like I don't know, it's it's very pessimistic kind of worldview and like interpretation of the characters. It's like I really think had Mark S left the building with Gemma and Mark Scout, like Mark Scout might have reintegrated, or he might have fought for like the rights of innies, not even necessarily because he wanted to, but probably because, you know, Gemma would push him to. Like Gemma would be the one really fighting to protect people, to get people out of Lumen, to allow them a life, you know? So it's like, yeah, you can be on Mark's side, it's fine, but it's like, I don't know, it's like, I maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know, I do not see this sort of idea of like, oh yeah, the reason why Mark S why Mark S why what Mark S did is bad is because he should be subservient to the quote unquote real version of himself. You know? It's like I don't see that a lot. I don't see it as like oh yeah, this person has ownership over this other person, but they're the same person, you know? it's like, I don't know, it is like the reason why when, you know, like Helly tries to quit, it's like, her outie, Helena, I mean, for various reasons, as we come to find out later, but it's like, even before we know anything about her and what her situation is, like, she says no. And, like, she didn't have to, like, dehumanize, uh, like, Helly. Like, she didn't have to tell her that she's not a person and that I am and I make the decisions, but it's like, you know, it's like, I don't know, is their relationship more of like a parent-child dynamic? And so, like, the reason why, uh, like, Helena is a cruel mother to Helly is because that's how she grew up her life, with cruel parents, you know? We don't know much about her mother, if anything, but it's very obvious that Jaime Egan is cruel, malicious, and awful to, Helena, you know? So yeah, I don't know, man. It's like, I get it, but it's like, I do think it's an interesting perspective, and like, I am coming around to it more. It's like, I don't know, upon hearing the kind of idea or the thing about how it's like, oh yeah, the macro data uprising is happening now for real. Like, it's not just a story. It's like, we thought it might have been a story that was made up by the company in order to kind of scare the various departments into not communicating with each other, essentially not unionizing, you know? But it's like, oh wait, that actually might have been something that happened, that like the workers came together and they fought, and they, you know, were all killed by Lumen. Because, like, that's also the thing, is that it's like, we don't know how much power Lumen has. It's like, is Lumen able to just, like, shut off everyone's severance whenever they want? You know, in the same way they're able to turn on your severance whenever they like, for example, with Dilly, or with Dylan in the first season, when Milchek thinks he's smuggled out a card. He goes to his house and is like, where is the card? And it's like this really interesting sort of dynamic where it's like, again, we don't know how much power they have. It's like, it's like they've obviously changed the location of the security room. They don't have it in the same place anymore because they realized, oh shit, they could just go in there and they could activate it themselves. That's not good. And so it's like really genuinely kind of, it's kind of scary. That's why, like, what Mark S does is like a bit childish, short-sighted, and a bit stupid, but it's like, it makes sense. The guy is literally only 2 years old, you know? Like, I think it's one of the more funnier and like eye-opening moments when like Mark Scout starts getting upset with Mark S, and he like, he essentially like tattles on him, you know? Fuck you. Fuck you. What the fuck was that? Listen, I accept my death, I accept losing, I accept all that shit. But what the fuck was that? Alright, I got stun-locked into oblivion and I wasn't able to fucking move or do anything. That was fucking bullshit, and it was fucking stupid. Alright? This game is a piece of shit, and I fucking hate it. Just kidding. I love this game. It is a piece of shit, though, and it is awful. Made by sadists and psychos. Anyway. I am only half joking. And, but yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. It's just like, I keep seeing it like pop up, and I'm just like, I'm just like, my God, do we have no more nuance? we have to have divisive politics over feelings of a fucking TV show? I mean, yeah, that makes sense, but like, I don't know, man. Ah, got me good. But yeah, I think, like, irregardless of your specific perspective on it, it's still a really interesting ending. And, like, I'm kind of curious to see where it goes. And, like, it makes sense. Like, the fact that it all lines up and it's like, yeah, that all makes sense. That doesn't, like, make it any less tragic. Like, you can't logic your way out of sadness as much as you may try or may want to believe. Like, you can't, you have to, like, feel the pain and let the pain slowly leave. You can't just immediately, like, turn it off and be like, oh, I don't feel emotions anymore. Good for me. Right? It's like, I don't know, man. I don't mean to be a prick, but it's like, all these other people aren't afraid of being a prick online publicly. Which they have every right to do, don't get me wrong, you know? It's like, I don't mind it one little bit. I'm glad people are sharing their opinion and their take on it. It's just like, it's just like, I don't know, man, right? It's like kind of crazy having more empathy for a character than for, like, real people. Because, again, it's like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is, you know, I don't know, very white bread perspective, let's say. But it's like, you don't convince people to come over to your side by being a dick about it, you know? It's like, I don't know, let's say you're wrong about, like, a genuine fact, you know? So, say, for example, you're like, again, kind of, like, I was not watching a video, but I was watching, Jack's Films, actually, if you know Jack's Films. Classic YouTuber. I'm still subscribed to him and, like, a couple of his channels, and he's still putting out content. It's kind of great to see, you know? But yeah, it's like, I really quite like Jack's Films, and, he was, like, shouting out a video that was, like, debunking a flat earth theory. As, like, I think the way you convince someone to not believe in flat earth is to kind of have a conversation with them, to actually talk to them and treat them as, like, a human, rather than being like, haha, you're wrong and stupid, you're a fucking moronic dumb fuck that doesn't understand how the world works, you stupid idiot. And it's like, you know, maybe this person will never understand. Maybe they will never come around to your side and agree with what you have to say. But I think it makes a more convincing argument to be like, oh, hey, it's like, hey, I understand where you're coming from. I understand how you feel. But this is how I feel, and this is why I feel the way that I do. So let's compare and contrast our feelings. Let's see why you feel this way and I feel this way, and maybe we can come to some sort of synthesis of these ideas, of these feelings, rather than just, yeah, basically I'm right and you're wrong, and you're like a unempathetic sociopath that doesn't believe in the rights of human beings. It's like, whoa, slow your roll there. I never said that, and I would never say that. Why are you putting those words in my mouth? Why are you putting that on me? I just was sad and mad at the tragic ending, you know? It's like, it's like, I don't remember my exact phrasing of it, but I think I said something along the lines of, like, I understand it, but I don't accept it. Alright? My heart just can't accept it. My brain can, but my heart doesn't. My heart breaks. You know? And so, it's like, again, it's like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm being a dick, but it's like, you know, again, when I'm talking about this, is like, I'm showing empathy for, like, the people with this perspective. It's like, oh, I can understand and see why you have this perspective and you kind of come to this conclusion, you know? Like, it's not completely out of left field. It's not completely, like, incomprehensible to me, you know? Away! Away! Foul beast! This town's cursed. Away! Away! But yeah, that's also just like a general rule of thumb I try to follow. I might not always do it, but it's like, even if I disagree with somebody, I would rather understand them, understand why they think what they think or why they believe what they do, rather than just completely write it off or go, I don't understand you, you don't make any sense, shut up, you're wrong. You know? Which again, it's not necessarily what all these people are saying, but it is like, I don't know, the framing of it does irk me a little bit, right? Of like, of like, I don't know. It's like, I think there is room for like objective examination and what's the word for it? It was literally just in my brain, and now my brain has deleted the word. Like analysis. It wasn't analysis, but it's basically that. That's the same thing I'm kind of talking about. For like, it's like, it's like, yeah, it's always great to objectively analyze a piece of work, to like sit down, examine its themes, examine what it's doing, why it's doing what it's doing, what it's trying to accomplish, what it's saying, you know? But then I think also for media, there is there is a place to feel emotion, you know? It's like, I understand what Bloodborne's doing. I understand why the enemies are difficult, why they do a lot of damage, why the game is made the way that it is. But I still feel frustrated when I die, you know? It's like, I'm still allowed to experience and feel emotions in the way that I do, and I think that's alright. You know, that's kind of the really cool thing about media, is that you're able to explore, express, and feel emotions in a safe environment, in like a context that it can be separated from reality and could help you, you know, better emotionally process things in reality, get better at, you know, examining things and, you know, like dealing with your own emotions, especially when they might get in the way of you being productive, of you seeing the truth, of you doing the right thing, you know? Wow, I can't believe I never picked that up. It's pretty wild. But yeah, so it's like, I don't know, I do fully understand these people's perspective. I do understand why folks say and think these things, but it's just like, I don't know, man. I think compassion goes a long way. And it's like, hey, I'm very happy that you are very compassionate about Mark S. I like Mark S too. It's like, as I was talking about it, I was like, I think we spend the most time with Mark S. Like, I don't know, I'm trying to think about it, because it's like, the only other character we could possibly spend more time with is Mark Scout. And it's like, I do really wonder what, like, the split there is. If it is, like, more time you spend with Mark Scout or more time with Mark S, or maybe it, like, kind of equals out. Like, it's roughly the same time spent with both characters, you know, who are the same person, but they are kind of different characters, which is a really interesting sort of thing. And, like, I don't know, it leaves you open with the... Oh, okay, that was interesting. Wait, was that me? Because I feel like sometimes as I'm seeing, like, people running around, it's like you see, like, yourself as a ghost. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Maybe somebody else in this exact moment is like wearing the Harrow trousers, and for some reason they're running over here and they're picking up this single thing of cold blood dew, or what's it called? Is it cold dew? Is it cold blood dew? It is, and yeah, it is cold blood dew. Okay. But yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like I understand. It's like if you disagree with somebody, you don't have to extend a reaching hand towards them. You don't have to be nice to them. You don't have to do anything at all. You know, it's like we all have free will. We're all able to make choices and do what we want with our lives. You know, it's just like I don't know. I personally, if I'm talking about it, like I would choose a different way of going about it and discussing it, rather than the way some people are doing it. Because here, I'll pull up the TikTok that kind of made me start talking about this. I will say, very depressing that I have no viewers, and I probably never will. But it is great because I do get to just kind of uh just kind of talk about whatever I like with no fear of anything. Nice. Ooh. I yeah. Okay, I think this person is being sarcastic, but I don't know. There's like an edit that I just saw with Mark S, and specifically the caption was like he had his Patrick Bateman moment, and it's like, what are you fucking talking about? Like the moment in American Psycho where Patrick Bateman is in a suit and covered in blood, because that's literally the two similarities between the two characters. Like that's it. Like it's not. It's completely artificial. But I don't know. Maybe that's the joke. I don't know though. Uh, but yeah, damn. The post I wanted to see, I think, is now gone. Ah, damn. I wish I liked it. I wish there was also like a I don't know, there was like a history on TikTok. I don't know. Here, let's look up just Severance and see if I can find it, or at least find something along the lines of like um hmm, hmm, hmm. Oh man. Sorry, I'm now just like scrolling through random fucking TikTok. Sorry, it's boring. I don't want to play them out loud because I don't want to get copyrighted. But here, do you want to listen to this fellow?
It was not good. This season had so many issues. Why did they give me 4 reintegration cliffhangers just for it to not matter at all?
I don't know, pussy. To keep you invested.
They have this big
uh, it's like you You know, honestly, I do think maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is like a bad take. Um, you know, thinking about it, it is a bad take. I'm not even gonna say it because I'm thinking about it for more than a second, and it's like, yeah, I disagree with myself here. But the take that I was about to say is that I do feel like there's a little bit too much importance placed on like media, right? Like media consumption, analysis, interpretation. Like interpretation, I think that's the word I was looking for, but before it slipped out of my mind. But like it there was this idea that it's like it, I don't know. I think actually I'm stealing a Northern Lion bit now, but he came up with like a tweet, like a perfect rage bait tweet, where it's like all this discourse about media literacy is like really problematic to me because it's like it's not just enough that you have to watch something. Now you have to be good at watching something, and it's like I do think that it's like, yes, that is like a silly sort of thing, but also it's like, it is a TV show. It's only a TV show. It's only a TV show. Why do you have to be so mad? Why are you so mad? But yeah, I think I do kind of fundamentally disagree with that. Even though there is like, I don't know if it's necessarily anti-intellectual. I did see a video where somebody was talking. They were like specifically responding to a person like kind of saying essentially what they were saying, like what boils down what the comment was that this person was responding to was like, oh hey, you're being elitist and gatekeeping when you're like, oh, I'm sorry you don't like the show because the show is actually for smart people. And like the way she kind of demonstrated this and talked about it was by talking about how we have like a problem or an epidemic, or that's not her exact words that she used or anything. Fuck you, rats, you fucking pieces of shit, you rat fuckers. You stun locked me and you fucking killed me. I hope you're fucking happy with yourselves, you sniffing little fucking bastards. I'm the Rat King. I'm gonna fucking kill you all. Or I guess Rat Queen in this instance. Ooh, yeah. New character name. Rat Queen. Or Rat King. Either or. But yeah, no, back to, my sort of thing. Where it's like, it's like, I don't know. I think she was kind of right. I think she did have kind of a point, but I don't know. Like if I were her or if I were expressing the same point, I don't think I would have expressed it in the same way that she did. You know? But it is like it's like, I don't know. If you're like, oh man, episode 8 of Severance season 2 was boring. Nothing really happened. And it's like, no, a lot happened. You get a lot of backstory, and you get like a major reveal. That's sort of the whole thing with the show, is that it's like it is edging you, just mentally, not physically. Or maybe that's how it feels for you. I don't know who you are. I don't know what kind of freak you are. But yeah, it's like the show is having all this build up to get to like the very like emotional or quote unquote interesting scenes, but it's like they're not as impactful or they're not as interesting if you don't have this build up, if you don't have slow tense shots of characters just walking around, of exploring their environment, of you know, just doing normal things, you know, doing the boring stuff, as some would say. And it's like, I don't know, man. If you're bored by the show, then don't watch the show. You know? Like, it's cool. Like, it's fine. Who cares? You know? It's like, eh. Oh no, this person didn't like a TV show that I don't like. They should be thrown in jail. It's like, no, I don't think so. You can criticize them and you can criticize their critiques, but it's all just it's all circus, no bread. You know, if that kind of metaphor kind of hits you, where it's like, I don't know, man. I'd rather just be eating bread, and I'd rather be enjoying bread, breaking bread with my fellows, with other like-minded people, than be at the circus, like, yelling at the clown who's obviously doing a performance, but maybe the clown makeup has become less of a character and less of a mask and has become the person's true face, for they are truly a clown. I don't know, you know? I'm just having fun. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, I will say a pretty great response to people who are like, I don't like this thing. It's like, I don't know, part of the reason why I'm really enjoying Severance and like, I kind of enjoy watching it week to week, is that it is consumption of pop culture, you know? And it's like, consuming pop culture is fun, because it makes you feel like a part of a community with people, you know? It's only when you believe this to be an actual community that has any real value, I feel like that's when you're kind of led astray. That's when you're living in a fantasy land, you know? It's like, I don't know, I'm sure it's like great for like actors. It's also probably terrible for actors to be in stuff, directors, writers, and all that, because you get people bothering them, harassing them, you know, all sorts of things. But ultimately, it's like, for like the individual, I don't know, it's like there might be some people who have really great experiences with like fandom, with fan culture, with being a part of a collective, with you know, sharing their thoughts, doing all sorts of things within these spaces. And I think that's really cool, and I think that's really neat, but I think that is like more of a minority than a majority, right? You know? It's like it's like for every like you know, and for every like 10 posts about how great this thing is and how it changed their lives and how much they love it and how much it means to them, there's like 10 more posts about how toxic other people are and how awful they are and how they do terrible things, you know? Right? It's like, I don't know. It's like, it can be as meaningful or as meaningless as you allow it to be, much like life. And so, it's like, I don't know. I'm not saying that people have to, like, police themselves necessarily. You know, like that's not what I'm trying to say. But it's like, I don't know. I think it's always better to understand. It's like better to have a bitter truth than like a sweet lie, you know? It's like, sweet lies are nice, but they are lies, and you should be aware of that fact, you know? It's like, it's like, I don't know, you're not a revolutionary because you play Disco Elysium, you know? It's like, it can help you grow your political ideology, can help you kind of understand how you think and how you feel about things, you know, be really helpful in that kind of sense. But it's like, it doesn't necessarily equate to like real action, to like genuine change, which is like, which, I don't know, I think is like, I think is a good point, and is maybe, I don't know, I don't want to call it like a flawed sort of message, but I do think it is something kind of interesting, right? It's like when you like get to the end of something, when you finish in your own time or possibly with another person, like experiencing this media, this pop culture, whatever it is, entertainment, you know, that it's like the entertainment is then like, hey, go out and live in the real world, go do something real, you know, talk to another person, express yourself, live your life, rather than letting life pass you by as you know, sink further and further and deeper into isolation and polarization. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for, but maybe it's not. um but yeah. Like, I know, I oftentimes kind of struggle with this myself personally, where it's like, you know, it's like, here, I got kind of a joke for you, you know? It's like, if you ask me, like, politically, what do I believe in, I would tell you I'm a communist, or possibly a socialist, if that word scares you. And then I would say that that's what I believe politically, but in practicality, in actuality, what I am is a libertarian, because I don't do anything. I simply just think about things, and anyone and everyone is able to just do whatever they want whenever they want. You know, it's just like I have no real control over what other people do, you know? It's like I can talk to people, I can engage with them in conversation, but it's like ultimately I can't force you to change your mind about something. I can't convince you to side with me and believe everything that I believe, you know? If that was the case, then, you know, we wouldn't have debates, we wouldn't have discussions, we wouldn't have arguments. We'd all think the same thing, and we'd all be hunky-dory, because we all be like, hey, let's all work together to make a better world. And it's like, the problem is that people are vehemently against that. People are like, no, I don't want to do things better. I don't want to change. I want to get worse. Or I want things to only get better for me specifically. And it's like, alright, that's a bit of a flawed way of living your life, I think. But, you know, go off, king, queen, or emperor. Whatever you prefer. You selfish, narcissistic fuck. And so, yeah, it is like, it is, I don't know, I do find it to be really interesting, because, like, it's like, again, seeing stuff like this in media is good, because you do kind of, like, you do see this growing sentiment of, like, the unionization of workers, of people fighting for their rights and doing the right thing. And yeah, look, that's literally me. That's literally me and what I just did. No way that's someone else. I don't believe it. I refuse to. But so, yeah, it's like, you know, I definitely can understand where, like, other people are coming from, and, like, why it means a lot and why it means a lot to them, but it's like, it means nothing to the world at whole, right? You know? And it's like, isn't that what matters, you know? Because it's like, I've been sort of, like, bouncing around a video idea I want to do for Bloodborne. And I've been thinking about it for a while now. And, like, kind of one of the things that I tend to kind of think about with this specifically is that it's like, I don't know, isn't the message of Bloodborne to, like, try to become something greater? That, like, the difference between man and beast is not all that different. Like, they are kind of one and the same in this game. Like, every single beast in this game was once a man, or a woman, but it was once a human, let's say. And so it's like, monsters kind of stem from humanity. They are, like, kind of a lie we tell ourselves, this belief that it's like, oh, well, you know, I couldn't turn out like this. I couldn't be a fiend wandering around searching only for combat and blood and uh, materialistic things, you know? It's like, I don't know. It's like, I would hope ideally not. I would never become a monster, but it's like, I might think I'm doing the right thing, and to someone else, I seem like I'm an awful monster that's doing something terrible, you know? And so it's like, I think with that, you have to, I don't know, you have to talk for a long time and kind of forget where you're going with it all. Ugh. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I'm so mad, I'm so mad, I'm so mad. Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, you fucking rat. Don't kill me, you fucking rat. Go to hell. Bastard. Like, I don't know, honestly, I'm kind of thinking about something you tend to see, particularly in online spaces. Uh, but it's like, I don't know, I think back to ContraPoint's video. Love ContraPoints, you definitely check out her channel. Or, Natalie Wynn is her name. I think she doesn't like being called ContraPoints. Uh, which is fair and understandable. But yeah, Natalie Wynn is the person, and ContraPoints is her channel. And so, I think it's in her video Opulence, but like in that she kind of talks about how there will be no kind of grand revolution. I don't know. Again, maybe she's wrong, but it's like I don't think the world will suddenly change overnight. You know, it's like we're not going to be guillotine billionaires in order to make the world whole and right again. And it's like I don't even know if that would be the way to make the world whole and right. You know, it's like, yeah, are billionaires bad people? Yes. Should they not have all the money? Yes. Should their wealth and resources be redistributed to provide a tangible benefit to the world and to the people that live within it? Yes, of course. You know, but it's like, does it have to include their killing? No, right? It's like you don't have to necessarily kill anyone to have a revolution. You know, and it's like you see this with people online all the time with like different political ideologies. You know, say for example the I mentioned libertarianism earlier, where it's like I forget the exact structure of the joke, but it's like um, it's like, I don't know. I think it is like a, I don't know. It is kind of a funny thing, but it's only like funny to me, where it's like like theoretically I'm straight, but in reality I'm asexual, right? It's like, do you kind of get the joke there? Is that I don't do relationships? uh, Not because I can't. That's half the reason. It's also because I won't. But yeah, it's like ultimately my kind of point and my sort of idea with all this is that it's like, oh yeah, you see people like kind of you see people like believing that they are more than what they actually are, you know? It's like some libertarian hanging out hoarding guns thinks he's like king of his castle, but really he's just like a freak who's going to die alone. And it's like, you know, all these you know, they're quote unquote tankies think that they're gonna usher in a new era of Marxism and completely take over the government and do authoritarianism right this time, you know. But it's like really they're not gonna do anything, you know. I will say, you know, say what you will about liberals, but at least they don't pretend like they have any impact on the world, you know. I mean, that's not true. A lot of them do pretend and want to believe that it's like, oh yeah, you got to be a liberal, you got to be a centrist. That's slow but sure incremental progress. So slow you can barely see it. And no, we're not going back. We're not. You know. What's the word for it? We're not like conceding to Republicans and to bigots and all these awful people. No, we're just being civil. We're just being cool. You know, we're just keeping everything cool. You know. Don't worry about your rights being taken away. Don't worry about being targeted by the government. Don't worry about, you know, being harassed and ostracized and doing all these awful things, because, you know, we gotta respect the system. But yeah, so it's like, my point is that it is good and it's better to try and pretend rather than, you know, not do that at all, you know? Instead of like, I feel like if I go down, I'm just gonna die, so I'm gonna avoid that. But it's like, I think it's always better to try and fail than to not try at all, than to just completely, like, give up and accept things as the way they are, rather than, like, you know, at least do something about it. At least believe that you can do something about it, you know? And so it's like, yeah, it's like Severance is a good TV show. It's a great TV show. It's one of the best ever made. But it is at the end of the day a TV show, a great TV show, one of the best. But you know, a TV show nonetheless. And it's really cool. It has really great messagings. It has great like cinematography. Because yeah, kind of going on back to this, it's like the reason why episode 8 is good, because or I like it and I think it's good, is like because of like the plot points that are revealed, all the kind of interesting dynamics you get with Cobell, where it's like they kind of make Cobell a much more sympathetic character, you know? It's like where you kind of spend all of the first season like hating her, you kind of grow to understand her and even like her a little bit, you know? It's like same thing with Mr. Milchek, is that he is this like kind of evil guy working. Well, he's not an evil guy, that's the thing, but he is this like a flawed character working for this evil organization, and like you can see him get more and more disillusioned with it. But it's like you also have mixed feelings about him. Same thing with like Cobell. It's like, oh, I understand why she is, but she's still like cruel. She's still like awful, you know. And it's like, I don't know. I just happen to find it to be like really interesting to examine and to think about and to talk about. And it's like again, part of the thing, like other than the fact that it's like, oh, that episode was boring. It's like, I'm sorry, do you not like looking at like stark shots? Like honestly, one of my favorite parts of the finale of Severance is like Mark S. or it's Mark Scout, I think, but like him on like the balcony of this like cabin with like I forget if there's like a lake in front of them or if it's just mountains, but this like really scenic, beautiful shot. And like I don't remember the name of like the actual place where episode 8 is filmed, but where episode 8 is filmed. But it's like it's such a cool area. Like it's genuinely so like visually interesting, you know? As like if you don't find any like artistic merit in this like town that's so isolated, that's like surrounded by ocean, that has like all these worn down factories and like broken houses and like abandoned cars. It's like it's really interesting how it looks and like what it's kind of saying, what it's there to kind of remind you of. That it's like, and it's like the characters talk about it, you know, where it's like, whereas I think it's Cobell, or it might have been I'm forgetting his name, but the guy who Cobell knew when they were kids, the ether salesman, and the coffee cafe owner. But like, I'm pretty sure it's Cobell because she's like talking to her aunt Sissy, and like Cobell or the guy, at one point they say to her is like, it's like Lumen ruined this town. It came in, took all the resources, and then abandoned it when it was no longer profitable. You know, which is a pretty typical story for companies, and it's like, and then like uh like Sissy responds with, there was no town before Lumen came. Like Lumen is the reason this place exists, and that's why it's now abandoned now that Lumen is gone. And it's like, I don't know, it's really interesting, you know? So it's like, yeah, if you found the eighth episode of Severance season 2 to be boring, it's like, that's fine, that's cool. Like, you know, you're entitled to have that opinion, but it's like you're cutting yourself off by thinking about, like, well, why did other people enjoy this? Why am I not enjoying this? You know, as like the same thing with me, where it's like I'm telling you, it's like, hey, here's why I enjoyed it. It's because I enjoy the cinematography of the show. I enjoy the shots and the direction that the show takes. You know, it's like really amazing. Like, take for example before that, like episode 7, which was like, you know, one of the best episodes. Like, it's so good. Like all the shots in it, like the fact that the past is filmed with like a real film camera and it's like grainy and there's like imperfections there because it is like real film. And so it's like I find it to be like really interesting, the different shots that are done and like the way things are presented. It's like it's all intentional, you know, because it is a work of art. It is a collaborative effort between multiple people making something. You know, it's really interesting to see how that comes out, how other people see it, how they interpret it, you know? And there's like a lot to be said. And there's like, you know, a lot of the times where you might miss some of the, like some perspectives that you wouldn't otherwise get if you didn't listen to other people talk about it, you know? So it's like, yeah, I get why people don't like the show, and I get why people love the show. You know, it's like that's the whole point of media. It's like the whole point of like anything. You know, it's how oftentimes I feel about video games. Is that, you know, video games are about a lot of things, but I would say like one thing, at least all of my favorite games are about, is empathy. You know, it's about understanding a character, understanding why they're doing what they're doing. You know, about quite literally stepping into the shoes of this character, taking on the role playing. You know, it is like about understanding and empathizing with characters. And it's like, if you don't want to do that or you can't do that, that's fine, but you're missing out on what I think is like the essential sort of point of a game, of engaging with media, of engaging with art, is understanding, interpreting, and, you know, like, analyzing, you know? It's about, like, trying to better yourself, trying to better your knowledge, trying to better your way of understanding things, you know? It's why I always liked English class when I was in school, is because it feels good to, like, read something, to interpret it, to understand it, you know? And it's like a great thing when you can do that, you know? And wait, that's not operational? I haven't activated that elevator? No. I don't know. I probably did, like, speed run through this game. So, that's kind of interesting. But yeah. No enemies up here, right? Yeah, no. Also, by the way, in case you were confused earlier and you're still sticking around, I call this the Yarnum Shuffle because to me that's what it is, where you just go around the whole area of Yarnum and you kill every single enemy. That's kind of the whole point of it. That's how I got into Bloodborne in the first place. Is that I hung around the starting area and I basically just, like, slowly but surely worked my way through killing every single enemy in this area. Because it's like, A, it's great for getting practice with the game, for, like, understanding the mechanics and bettering your reaction times and understanding enemies better, but it's also good for grinding. You get, you know, more, you get more blood echoes, you get more XP, you get all these things that can make you better at fighting, you know? And it's like, every time you die, you have to, like, get back to where you were, you know? So it's like on the way there, as you're fighting to get your blood echoes back, you're getting more blood echoes, which is why it's pretty devastating when you're trying to make your way there and trying to get back to your blood echoes, and then you die or you mess up or you know, things go wrong for you, and it hurts your soul, and you can let it break you, and you can say fuck this game and then take a break and then come back to it later, or, you know, you can push on through, soldier on, you know? It's up to you. It's a video game. You can play it for however long you like, and you can stop playing it for whatever reason you like, you know? You have free will. If you're sick of a show, if you don't like it, stop watching it, dumbass. Oh, man. Because, yeah, here, let's kind of go back to this person that I think had an interesting point, is that it's like, they were talking about this prevalence of people enjoying children's media, of, like, liking kids shows, and it kind of doing it with this justification of, like, oh, it's actually really deep, bro. Actually, like, Steven Universe is, like, so cool and awesome and sick. And it's like, I don't know, it very well might be. Like, I think, I don't know, I've never personally watched it. Like, by the time Steven Universe came out, I was no longer watching Cartoon Network. But it's like, I'm glad people enjoy it, you know? It's like, I don't know, I don't think I would ever sit down and watch, like, a whole season of it, but it's like, I've seen, like, a couple episodes of, like, Gravity Falls when, I was, like, spending time with, like, a younger family member, and I'm like, oh, this show's not too bad. Like, I don't know, I enjoyed it, but it's like, it didn't really impact me heavily, if that makes any sense. And it's like, I do think there was this point about, like, people don't want to actually engage with deeper themes of media, and, like, when they find something that's challenging or, quote-unquote, hard to get into or hard to understand, they would rather just choose not to understand. They would choose to say that the show means nothing, that it does nothing, that it's boring, that it's whatever, rather than actually engage with what it's doing, what it has to say, and what it means, you know? Like, again, you see this with video games all the time. It's like, if it's a video game you don't like, there's, like, nothing there for it to say. And it's like, you know, I have criticisms of games. There are games that are, like, beloved that I am not a big fan of. But it's like, I can articulate to you the reason why. I can explain it to you. I can say, oh well, I have this critique, I have this criticism. Like it's like I think the worst kinds of games are the ones where you see a lot of potential in, and then that potential is like squandered. Like I would say like a great example of this is Detroit Become Human. Like it's like a really interesting game, and it does a lot of really cool stuff theoretically, but it doesn't actually do it. It doesn't like go the extra mile of being interesting, of like doing something neat or fun with the premise of it. Instead, it's just like bogged down by this like terrible writing by this hack guy that is just he's not good at writing it. And it's like, I don't know, but there still is enjoyment and like interesting things to be derived from it. Like it was kind of funny. I saw someone like because there's like a big Steam sale happening right now. They recommended like picking up Heavy Rain, and like somebody who left a comment that was like, how dare you recommend Heavy Rain, it's such a trash game with awful writing. And it's like, yeah, that's why it's great. Have you not seen compilations of Heavy Rain being the funniest fucking game ever? Like the fact that it's so poorly written, the fact that it's like unintentionally done makes it so funny, you know? It's like say for example, spoilers for Detroit Become Human. But there's a point where you're doing like a robot revolution, an android revolution in Detroit Become Human. And then, you know, the robots start singing like man, what's the word for it? I know the word, but it's escaping my mind. It's like damn it. It's oh man. I don't know, but it's essentially a very like soulful, heart-filled song. That it's like I don't know what the song is called, but it's like you'll hear it in the game. It's like, hold on just a little while longer. It's a good song, and but like in one of the endings, if like the people don't like the androids, which like it doesn't even really make sense why this is the case, but you know, you can just see you can have this ending where you just start singing, like the androids all start singing, and then the future police just start gunning them down, and it's like it's like so unintentionally hilarious that it's like it's insane, right? to like, oh my god, they're singing, we gotta kill them. It's so oh man, it's like, right, it is like it's like I get it, but it's so poorly done that it's like it's hilarious, you know. And yeah, so it's like it's like, I don't know, you might not enjoy a game for some reasons, but like the exact reasons why you don't enjoy a game, it has bad writing, quote unquote, is the exact reason why somebody does enjoy a game, you know? Like there is value in bad art, in flawed art, you know? And that's like something interesting, you know? But it's like, rather than having you understand, like, even if somebody disagrees with you, even if you're like, like again, if somebody's like, hey, I really like Detroit Become Human, I think it's a good game with a lot of valuable things to say, and it's like, yeah, I'll like you. You're a fine note. Alright, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna hit that wall, because fun fact, the thing that makes Bloodborne the best goddamn Souls-like game, unless Sekiro also does this, but yeah, Bloodborne is one of the best Souls-like because there are no hidden walls, like at any point. I think there are some in the Chalice dungeons, but like that's literally it. There are no hidden walls in the main game of Bloodborne. There are like hidden areas. There's like places you can like jump down and you can actually get to a different area, but it's like there are no like hidden invisible walls that you have to hit. Like they didn't put them in the game, and I gotta tip my top hat to From Software on that one. Like I think you made a good decision there. But yeah, so it's like, I don't know. Also, it is like, I don't know. I can see if someone really likes, or I could see why someone would like hidden walls and like stuff like that, and like enjoy those things and enjoy other From Software games. You know, it's like, again, it's like, I don't mind you having a different opinion than me. It's just like, it's like, ultimately that's fine. It's like, I mean, unless we're talking about like something genuine, like politics, you know, like politics, it's a little harder to be like, it's just my opinion, bro. And it's like, buddy, you don't believe in human rights. You're a fucking piece of shit. Like, you advocate for oppression. You're a psycho. Like, I do not need to have words with you. We don't need to have a discussion. I understand you perfectly well, and I wish you the worst. I wish for you to change and to become a better person. Like, but like, when we're talking about something like media, it's like, I think there is like, oh, I just didn't like it. It just wasn't for me, you know? And it's like, I think, I don't know. I don't know if you're saved by being like less self-righteous about it or having more humility, you know? Of like, oh, I didn't like this thing that everyone really likes. Sorry, I'm so sorry. It's like, I don't know if that's better or worse than just being like, yeah, I didn't like it, and this is why I didn't like it. And it's like, you can disagree with me, but obviously I disagree with you, you know? And so it's like, for me, I don't know, it all tends to sort of like, to all sort of net out, you know? It's like, it all comes out in the wash eventually, right? You know? It's like, I don't know, it's like most ordinary people like me or you, who knows, perhaps maybe you're extraordinary. It's like, we won't be written about in history books, you know? We won't be remembered. We won't have done anything that creates such a major impact. But it's like, maybe we can be a part of something that does, you know? Maybe the best way to be a part of history is to do something that makes it into history, not just to do it to make a name for yourself, to be like a prominent figure, you know? Because it's like, I don't know, it's like, I don't know about you, but it's like, I'd rather do the right thing and get nothing out of it than do the wrong thing and get everything out of it, you know? It's why, I don't know, it's like, I think it's a fine joke, but I do sometimes get a little annoyed when people are like, it's like, oh, I could be a right-wing grifter so easily. Oh, I could make so much money off of all these idiots. And it's like, yeah, you can, you know, get a lot of profit from selling your soul to the devil, you know? That doesn't make selling my soul any more or less appealing. Like just because it's easy, that doesn't mean anything, right? It's like, I don't know, take for example, it's like, say, I don't know, say I could, oh, I don't know. Like, here, let's say I could make myself more interesting if I, like, got rid of my eye, you know? And it's like, if I only had one eye, I'd be real cool. I'd wear a neat eye patch, and I could flip it up, and I could freak people out with my, eyeless eye hole, or whatever. And it's like, I don't know, just because it's like, it would do that, or it would make that more interesting, or would make me more interesting, that doesn't make it like a good prospect. Like, no, I'd rather just have my eye. I'd rather be boring and have both of my eyes, you know? It's like, I would rather be poor and broke and not be a bad person than to have, wealth and be an awful person, Just me personally, that's how I feel. So it's like my point is that there's no real gain, there's no real profit to be had out of like doing something you don't want to do. That is kind of the thing that like shocks me, man. Is like how many people do something they don't want to do, something that they don't enjoy, and we sort of like force this upon ourselves in a lot of ways. And it's like, why do we do this? Like, why go out of our way to like make ourselves miserable when we could just be happy, when we could be pursuing our true passions, our true selves, you know? Because it's like, actually me just saying pursuing the true self or whatever, it reminded me of Persona and reminded me about this like kind of obsession or this idea that is frequently brought up in like children and teenage aged media, or like the demographics of them are aimed and targeted towards a primarily younger audience, where it's like a lot of those are obsessed with this idea of authenticity, you know, of like, I want to be true to myself and I want to do the right thing and I want to be this kind of person that does this sort of thing. And it's like, ultimately, it's like all kind of a false notion. It's like a little bit of a fake dilemma, I guess, of like, or no. Here, this was my point in it, is that when you get older, you kind of realize that like authenticity is a bit overrated. Is it not? You know, like it's better to be a chameleon and to hide what you truly think and hide what you truly feel in order to benefit yourself and for the benefit of others, you know? And there we go, the primary Yarnum Shuffle is done. I have killed every single enemy that I can up until this point. Now we can head into the church area, which is still Yarnum, so I'll go ahead and clear out as much as I can. But yeah, so it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying anything at all. I don't know if words really hold any inherent meaning, right? You know? It's like words are only given meaning when they are heard. If I speak aloud to myself for hours on end and nobody listens and nobody cares, did I really say anything? Like, obviously I did, but it holds no weight, it holds no value until somebody else hears it, until someone else interprets it, until someone else like believes it and takes it on, you know? So it's all like this sort of like false, I don't know, this false sense of self, this false idea of like, we all believe ourselves to be important, we all believe ourselves to be meaningful and to be genuine actors that do the right thing when we can. And it's like, it's like, I don't know, the reality is that we're much less important than we make ourselves out to be, or we believe ourselves to be, you know? Which I think is fine. Like, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with being humble. There's nothing wrong with being a nobody. It's like because of the celebrity culture we have, there is this idea that you have to be popular, that you have to like do this thing of like gaining other people's support, of like having this. Yeah, aren't you supposed to come down and attack? There you go, silly guy. Look at you, you silly fellow. But yeah, it's like it's like it's all a false illusion, right? It's like the idea that money will make you happy. You know, it's like money will not make you happy. It can help provide all your basic needs. You know, you can have the like all the bottom tiers of your hierarchy of needs fulfilled, but then you won't have like the rest of them, and you'll be lost, and you'll look like a loser, like Elon Musk, trying to like pretend to be a gamer for like validation from fucking losers. You know, it's like, buddy, you're a billionaire. Why do you care about being good at video games? Like, I don't know, man. I liked it when billionaires were just like condescending assholes that didn't give a shit about you, because that's what they are. I don't like that they pretend like they're that they're not that, you know? It's like if I had $1 billion, I wouldn't have $1 billion. I would give it away. I would like, you know, give it to people who deserve it and people who need it, you know? But it's like, damn dogs. But it's like, I don't know, let's say I sold my morals. I sold out my values. I made a deal with the devil. It's like, you wouldn't catch me caring what other people think. You catch me walking around with a top hat and a cane, acting like goddamn Scrooge from A Christmas Carol before he had the ghosts visit him, you know? A little orphan boy would come up to me and would be like, "Sir, please, may I have a humble penance so that way I can have some gruel for dinner tonight?" And I would say, "Away from me, boy!" And I'd hit him with the expensive part of my cane, and then it get blood on it. I'd be like, "How dare you? You got your filthy poor blood on my diamond? Ooh, you're gonna pay for that in more than just blood. Come along, boy. You're going to work in my factory now." Like, I don't know. Isn't that the point of being rich? Is that you just get to unapologetically be an asshole sociopath? Like, do you not find, like, some sadistic fun in that? You know? It's like, why are you pretending to be a person who cares? Like, you're rich, bro. You don't have to care. Like, you can be a sociopath and you can get away with it. Who cares what the public thinks? The public exists to pay you and work for you. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. The idea befuddles me, and frankly, I'm confused. But, oh, yeah. Yawn. So, yeah, I don't know. It's like, I'm glad that people care. I'm glad that, like, you know, people want fulfillment. They want to, like, self-actualize. But it's like, you know, it's, I don't know, it just seems kind of cruel and or hypocritical sometimes, you know? When it's like, oh, I get to do this while other people don't. Or it's like, you know, I'm more worthy than this person, or I'm better because of this. And it's like, no, it's nothing, man, you know? It's all nothing. It all comes down the wash. So yeah, anyway, how about that? Hello, werewolf. Oh, I got you. Damn it. Oh, I had you. I had you, Wolfie. Gimme. Gimme. But yeah, it's like I don't know. I definitely. Again, it's like even if I disagree with someone or even if I dislike someone, I would rather understand them, just because I'd feel like there's no harm that comes from that, there's no like bad thing about it. Like again, the whole bit I was doing about how if I was rich, I would just be like a giant prick like Scrooge. It's like yeah, I wouldn't do that because I'd feel bad for like all the people I'm hurting and all the exploitation I'm doing. But it's like if I just don't think about that, if I'm just like I don't care about that, then it's like yeah, you can take sadistic delight in being a prick, you know? It's like the reason why you're able to like play an evil character in a video game, or at least I am, It's like a lot of the time I'm like I don't want to be evil, I feel bad for these characters. But then, a part of me goes, oh, well, they are characters, It's like I don't have to feel bad about them. I don't have to treat them as if they are people because they are not, you know? And and it's like yeah, so it's like with that you're able to like engage in acting and role play, It's like I don't know. Say for example, I don't think I would really necessarily enjoy fighting a bunch of monsters with a giant fuck off sword. Maybe you would, but I probably find that to be tiring, exhausting, and paranoia inducing, and I just wouldn't have the best of time doing so. But it's like I'm doing it in the video game because it's fun and it's easy, and I'm able to do so. But it's like I don't make the mistake that I think some people make, which is like, oh yeah, well if I'm doing this in a video game, I could obviously do this in real life. It's like no, you couldn't. No, you couldn't. Maybe something, sure, but not everything. Like you kidding me? It's like I don't know. Is there like a game that kind of like fully explores or kind of deals with the idea of like that guy just like went so fast and dropped like a rock. That was really good. I don't know if I've been down here. Certainly, I mean, I guess I must have. But yeah. I don't know, I'm unsure what I've done in this area. But yeah. There's some other point I was making before. I don't know, but I think it's something along the lines of like it can be fun to pretend you are something that you are not, right? It's like it's why poor people like pretending they're rich and rich people like pretending they're poor. It's like it can be fun to play pretend. We do it all the time as kids, and then we fool ourselves into believing that it's cringe and childish to enjoy life, to have a bit of whimsy, to have a bit of love in our hearts. Hence why I kind of fundamentally disagree with the take of like of like oh, you only enjoy children's shows, that's bad. It's like is it like so you take someone and they watch only adult shows, they watch adult movies, R-rated films, and that's all they watch and that's all they ever enjoy and all they ever consume. And then you have somebody who only watches like PG rated stuff, only stuff that's E for everyone. And we all know that secretly means it's for children. And it's like if you take these two people, it's like I don't think one is inherently better than the other, right? Like, I think that's kind of a crazy take to be like, I'm fundamentally better than you because I consume more adult-oriented media. It's like, no, consuming media is bad. It is a vice, you know? It's like you're not like a good person if you get drunk, right? It's just an enjoyable thing to do, and so long as you can do it responsibly without harming people or yourself, really, then it's like, yeah, go ahead, enjoy yourself. That's fine. But like, don't pretend like it's a righteous fucking thing. Don't pretend like you're having any actual meaning or impact upon the world. It's like you are just the same. You just want to believe yourself to be better because you are different, but fundamentally you are the same. And rather than acknowledge that fact and bond over it, you instead want to like draw lines in the sand and feel better about yourself, feel superior, you know? It's like, again, in that comment section, I specifically saw someone type out the comment, like, oh man, the people that hate Severance are really giving me a superiority complex, or something along those lines. And it's like, you know, that's not good, right? You know? It's like, again, if you're like criticizing the show Severance, it's like, hey, I think that's great. Go right ahead. But like if you're being like an asshole or a prick about it, it's like that you're gonna get called that. You know, people are gonna call you out for doing that. You know, it's like I don't know. Honestly, like a great summation of a lot of these people are like the Buzz Lightyear meme of like Buzz Lightyear like kind of peeking out and looking at like rows and rows of more Buzz Lightyear toys, and it's like just checking to make sure I don't fit in. It's like, I don't know. It's like you're wanting to be unique. Your obsession with being interesting and like a hipster makes you boring and basic, right? It's a double-edged sword, you know. It's like if you believe yourself to be like a good person that has no faults and is perfect in every way, it's like people are gonna find you like condescending and annoying. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you can't take criticism. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, you can't do that." And it's like some of these are unfair criticisms and critiques of a person. You know, it's like I don't know. I will say I didn't see this obviously, but like I have no doubt in my mind that this happened. But I don't know her name. I feel bad about it, but I didn't even I wasn't even like aware of the news story until I saw a TikTok about it. But here I'll look it up because again, it's like you can choose whether you want to remain in ignorance or if you want to actually go out of your way to learn something, you know? But yeah, it's like here. Hmm. You're kind of confusing me here. Yeah, but just recently like Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams came back after spending a year in space. And like and like obviously they look much different, like they're much older, they're probably stressed out from the fact that they were supposed to only be on like a 9-day mission or something, or like it not a terribly long mission that ended up with them being stuck in space for a whole fucking year. And it's like I saw someone make a post about how it's like, you know, why the fuck can't people just be happy that these people are like home and safe, and instead they're like, oh my god, the woman looks so awful, oh my god, she's aged so terribly. It's like, yeah, wouldn't you if you were stuck in space for a fucking year? It'd fuck you up, man. And it's like, yeah, it's like those are like very obviously like unfair criticisms, man. And it's like the internet just allows people to be as stupid as possible, and they have the privilege of and anonymity? Anonymity? I don't know how you say that word, but whatever. They have the benefit of being anonymous as well as you know, quite literally not having another person in the room with them, you know? Because it's like it's like I don't know. I do think it is very it's very like Tumblr core to think that like these people can be solved by just having another person to check them, you know? Because it's like it's like I don't know. It's like I would hope that it does something, but honestly, it might not do all that much. You know, of like when it's like the idea kind of stems from the fact it's like, oh, when men say something sexist, you need like another man in there to be like, hey bro, that's not cool. Here we respect women. And it's like, I don't know, man. Unless they're like an impressionable kid or, you know, a very impressionable adult, it's like I don't think their mind and their deep-seated bigotry is not going to be solved by one person at one point going, "Hey, that's not cool. You shouldn't say that." It's like I don't know. If anything, I would assume they're at the maturity level of getting angry and pissed off and doubling down on their terrible beliefs rather than actually changing their mind and becoming a better person, you know? Okay, Dijkstra is dead. Is that his name? Or is it Durja? I think it's Durja. Dijkstra is the character from The Witcher 3. And also The Witcher 2, I think. And probably the books, but I don't know. I don't read those things. Wait. Hey, you're in the floor, Hey, you're in the floor, asshole! What? No! 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 You owe me my fucking Blood Echoes video game. You owe that shit to me. What the fuck? What the fuck, man? God damn it. Well, shit. Alright, well, time to go get my Blood Echoes back. I'm not doing the whole Yarnum shuffle again. You can forget that fucking... you can forget that shit. Maybe I'll do it afterwards, but not right now. I'm getting my Blood Echoes back. But yeah, so it's like, Lumen, Flower Gardens, Altar of Despair, Old Yarnum, Church of the Good Chalice, Graveyard of the Dark Beast. Old Yarnum is where I want to go. But yeah, it's like I don't know, I do wish that's how it worked, but it's like, yeah, I do also wish that it's like even if it wouldn't always work, it's like I do think when you post shit like that, you need to have someone there to be like, hey, what the fuck, man? It's like there was like one like guy I saw who was like, do you really think they went into space? And it's like, what do you think they were doing, man? What do you think? Do you think it was all fake? Like, what's your fucking problem, man? I'm sorry that you're so delusional that you don't live in the real fucking world, but the rest of us do, and you have to accept that. Also, sorry, don't mind me. I was thinking about. I think I might have pronounced the name as Sunny, but I think it's Suni. It's S-U-N-I. But I don't know. Maybe I did pronounce it as that. I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, do tend to find a lot of these things baffling and strange and weird. Don't kill me, please. Alright, cool. Alright. Now my anxiety is gone. Now I'm safe. Now I'm cool. Man, oh man. Sleepy boy. I'm a sleepy little guy. But yeah, so it's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't think it's impossible to understand why people are the way that they are, but it's like, I don't know. I think you need grounding. You need to be able to like have like a stable sort of like interpretation of the world, a stable sort of thing where you understand like reality and you're able to like be able to hold on to that, you know? Where it's like the internet and the way it works, it allows you to become disconnected from reality and to become connected with a bunch of other fucking weirdos and, you know, people who need help that who are also disconnected from reality in the same or similar ways that you are, you know? Because it's like, again, also, it's like, I don't know, again, kind of going back to the whole original discussion, the whole thing that spawned me deciding to play Bloodborne, other than the fact that I need to grind for blood vials because I'm running low on them, and I just kind of want to have a game to play in the background while I talk. But like the whole thing that sort of spawned this live stream was like this discussion of like how it's like, oh man, these people, you have fundamentally misunderstood the show. You don't see the innies as real people, and it's like, A, I think that's a very uncharitable interpretation, but also it's like, where are the people saying this? Who is saying this? And also it's like, do you really think that your video is going to like change someone's mind on that fact? It's like they fundamentally misunderstand the show, you know? It's like the same thing where it's like I don't know, man. Where it's like, I don't know, I think it's fine to try, but it's like, I don't know, it's like, A, I would argue you're not trying your best, which is fine, it's okay, but, you know, it's like, I hope you don't mind me pointing that out, and then also, it's like, it's like, I don't know if you can, like, really get someone to agree with you or come to your side if they're really that much of an idiot, you know? It's like, say, for example, if you play Bioshock, and you're like, you know, I should really check out this Anne Rand character. You know, I think she's got some great ideas. It's like, you know, it's like they misunderstand the game. They don't get it. They don't know how it works or why it works or what, like, the purpose of it is. So it's like, I don't think you kind of telling them as like, hey, you know, like Bioshock is a critique of Ayn Rand's ideology, right? It is like against libertarianism and this idea of like picking yourself up from your bootstraps, from of like not rugged individualism necessarily, but more so like I don't know. Um, of I don't know, just various libertarian trains of thought. You know, it's like I don't know, it's like I don't think anyone is ever fully fundamentally lost. Like It's like I think anyone can change their mind about anything, but it's like they have to be willing to, you know? You can't force someone to change their mind, right? It's like you can change their mind, but they have to be willing to do that themselves. They have to put in the work. They have to put in the effort. They have to go ahead and go, "Hey, I want to try to learn. I want to try to understand." And like that's a noble thing. My hat is off to you if you ever feel that way, you know? Because like I don't know, that's kind of how I felt all my life. Is I've always wanted to understand things, to understand the world, to understand people, to understand myself. You know, it's like there is meaning and there is passion. There's interest in like doing things. Fucking easy game. Where are these enemies I hear growling? Alright, good one, boys. Good one. Damn. Ah, there you are. I don't know, because it's like, I will say, I do think I myself kind of tend to, like, teeter on the edge of a lot of stuff, you know? It's like, it's like I tend to find myself often going in between, like, hope for the future, hope for the world, hope for things to change and to get better, and then, like, just general hopelessness, like, oh, nothing will ever get better, nothing will ever change, you know, we're all gonna be trapped doing what we're doing and being the people that we are, and nobody can ever do anything at all. Frick. Okay, no, yeah, okay. I was like, is this gonna kill me, or is this where you go to get into this area? And who knows, might kill me anyway. Yep, definitely seeming like it. But at least it was the way I wanted to go. Scary guy. You're a scary guy. I thought you guys were done. Alright, cool. But yeah, it's like I don't know. I do tend to like fall on the side of hope. Like I'd rather hope for good things and hope that the world is a better place than sometimes it feels like it is, because it just feels better, you know. And it probably is true. It's like you can be nihilistic, you can believe in nothing, you can feel hopeless if you want. And it's like that's normal, that's natural, that's how human beings are. It's like you feel bad sometimes, you know? The red moon hangs low and beasts rule the streets. Are we left no other choice than to burn it all to cinders? Who can say? Who can say? But yeah, so it is like I don't know. I do sometimes tend to fall into that, and that is like obviously a problem with me. But it's like I don't know. Again, I would rather uh I would rather know the truth and like accept reality, even if it does suck, rather than like live in a delusion. You know, rather than believe that everything is okay and everything's all right and nothing bad will ever happen. You know. Rather than sort of like falsely believe like oh yeah everything's going to be fine, everything's going to work out and you don't have to worry about a thing, you know, just go on back to consuming, you know, no need to go out and do something, no need to use what small power you may have, no, don't worry about that, just keep on consuming, watch a new TV show brought to you by Apple, who's a company that's done nothing wrong. Thank goodness. You know? Ah, Apple, my unproblematic king. Oh man, my favorite part was how you guys never used child labor. That's so good. What a good company. Sorry, I'm joking about it, but it's like, you know, it is fucking genuinely awful that iPhones were made off the backs of child labor, of, you know, exploitation of different countries. And it is genuinely, like, awful and sickening, you know? And it's like, again, I don't know, you can scream all the live long day of, like, phone bad, but it's like, until you actually have something to do about it or have something in response, it's like, I don't know, what's the point in saying anything, you know? It's like, why am I saying words? Why am I talking at all right now? And, you know, I'm doing that because I have ideas, because I have thoughts, I have feelings, and I want to express them, and I want other people to understand them, you know? Because if you can understand me, then, you know, you should be able to understand anyone else. If you're not able to understand me, either because you don't understand me through like my accent, or you quite literally don't understand English, is like, you know, that's something that is not impossible to overcome. You know, it's like you can get a translation, but it's like I don't think if you know don't want to like just casually listen to this or listen to me, then it's like don't worry about it. You know, it's like my words aren't ultimately all that important, but I think they're nice to say, and it's nice to talk because you get better at it. You know. Or maybe you don't, because I always say like or you know or whatever, and I have all these filler words, you know? And I'm sorry, I can't stop doing it, man. It's just the way I am. And you can judge me for it, you can be a massive prick, or you can be like, hey, it's alright, I get it. You know? Even if you're more articulate and more precise with your language and your wording and your phrasing, it's like you can still, you know, not be an asshole about it, not, you know, fundamentally misunderstand me or think lesser of me because I am different than you know, in a way that is ultimately unimportant, is it not, you know? It's like, that's kind of why I'm sort of big on the whole, like, if you are like a real stickler for for pronunciations, is like you're just a prick, you know? It's like there's nothing requiring you to pronounce things correctly. You say things however you want to say them, and if somebody doesn't understand you, or you don't understand somebody, you just ask a follow-up question, you know, like a human. Like if someone says a word that you don't understand, you know, it's like we're kind of taught and sort of enforced to just be like, oh yeah, sure, well, like play along, pretend like you know what they say and know what they mean, but it's like, no, you should be like, what do you mean by that? Do you want me to do this, or do you want me to do this, or are you saying this, or are you saying that? You know, rather than just trying to blunder and bluff our way through our ignorance. So yeah, it's like, I don't know. Try is my thing. Is I would say try to understand. That's kind of my main message a lot of the time. Because also it's okay to fail. You know, and it's like again, I feel like again, if you're like it going on back to the Severance thing, if you're like genuinely like uh if you genuinely hate like a character because they do something that makes sense for them and is what they want, it's like, I don't know, that is pretty crazy. It's like it's like, I don't know, I don't hate Mark S for what he did, I kind of do a little bit, but it's like I'm not coming at it from the perspective of like, oh, he should have done it for his Audi, Mark Scout. Like he should have done it for him. Like, no, he should have done it for Gemma, obviously, And it's like I don't know. Helly was even kind of like willing to accept it, willing to accept like Mark leaving her, But it's like ultimately Mark doesn't do it. Mark chooses to stay. Mark S, to be precise. And it is like, I don't know, it is like a tragic sort of ending. It is bittersweet, and I do find it to be really interesting, And so, I don't know, I find it to be like, to be kind of meh, to be like, oh man, if anyone's mad at Mark S, you just don't see him as a person. You think he should be subservient to his outing. It's like, maybe that's the case, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't actually think that, I think it's a bit more nuanced than that. But I don't know. Maybe again, I'm just coming at it from my perspective. Maybe everyone else is like coming at it from like a, Mark S should have done what he was told. Like, I think he should have like talked more with Mark Scout, with like trying to actually understand him and trying to like know what's going on. But like, he is a child. He's like, I don't know, at the mental maturity of like no older than a teenager. So of course he throws a little fit and he throws a tantrum and he's like, well, what? I don't trust you. I don't think you have my best interests at heart. I think you're lying to me, and there's no way I can know otherwise. So I'm going to leave now, and if I don't wake up on the floor, then we're done. Like, he gives like an ultimatum, and they have no choice but to kind of listen to him, And it's like, it's like, I don't know. It's so interesting, right? That it's like, oh, of course Mark S would do this. He was only looking out for himself. But then it's like, where's your compassion for Mark Scout? It's like, what? It's like, yeah, it's like you can argue Mark Scout selfishly decided to sever because, he was dealing with the trauma of his dead wife. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like getting mad at someone for cutting themselves because they're depressed, right? It's like you should have a bit more compassion, shouldn't you? It's like you don't really. I don't get the point of like having this like vindictive punishment sort of mentality of like, well, you chose to make him, so now you have to allow him to do what he wants with your body, And it's like, well, I mean, he can do what he wants with his body. It is his when he's on the severed floor, but it's like, you know, it is like they both have a shared life. And like now he's turning his back on Mark Scout, on himself. And it's like I don't know why people are like Why there's like no moral discussion of that? There's no like, oh well, hey, don't you think that's like a morally wrong thing for Mark S to do? You know, is it like, why is it bad when, you know, Mark Scout is intending to do it, possibly, potentially, but it's like you don't know for sure, when it's like, you know, Mark S is just going to turn around and do the exact same thing. They're literally the same person. So it's like, I don't see how it makes sense to be like unforgiving of one and not understanding of the other, you know? It's like, again, it's like, I understand. I'm also not like, oh man, Mark S, you betrayed me, I hate you now. It's like, I don't hate him, you know? I kind of hate what he did, specifically to Gemma, but it's like, I don't hate him as a character, you know? I love him. He's a great character. One of my favorites, man, you know? It's fun. I like him, like, in both of the opening scenes for both of the seasons, just like casually walking around and like having like a good old time, just interesting. But yeah, of him like walking to like his office, and you got the music playing, and then like the second season he's like running to go find Miss Casey. Which, again, that's also, like, an interesting thing, is that, like, you see this with both versions of Mark, is that when Mark encounters, like, this other person that he has feelings for, but he doesn't recognize them because of the severance, they still have, like, feelings for each other, you know? It's like, with Mark S and Miss Casey, it's like, they kind of do have this vibe of, like, they get along. They're like attracted to each other. They just don't quite know why. And the same thing with Mark Scout and Helena, where it's like they're kind of initially like flirting with each other, and then, you know, she mispronounces or misremembers or missays Gemma's name, much in the same way that like Mark does. You know, and that's what causes Mark S to kind of turn against him, you know, and like people point out the parallels of that, you know, and it's like, yeah, they're the same person, you know, like it's really, I don't know, it's a cool show, it's a great concept, and it's like, I don't know, man, it's like again, I think there's nuance to either decision. I don't think either way is like entirely good or entirely bad, right? You know? It's like, I don't think that like black and white sort of thinking is all that apropos for the show, you know? It's hence why you have like conflicting feelings about like Mr. Milchek, you know? He is like the prison guard, but he's not the man who built the prison, you know? He just simply works there, you know? So it's like he has good in him. It remains to see if he is going to actually realize that good, or if he's going to like ultimately betray like betray like the innies and kind of betray himself in a way, you know? It's like, I do think there's like a lot of interesting stuff there. So it's like it's like, I don't know. If you're coming at it from the perspective of like, oh, if it's like, if you don't understand how why Mark S did what he did, is like, no, I understand. It's just like, I don't know. I think it's like, if you're coming from that perspective, I'm like, hey, that's fine, that's great. But like coming at it from the perspective of like, Mark S was completely right in what he was doing, and there's no like moral objection to it. There's no murky morality surrounding it, and it's like, no, the whole thing is a murky morality, you know? It's like, I don't know, it's like, I don't necessarily want to create this metaphor, but it's like, you know, You can kind of think of it as like my body, my choice, right? It's Mark's body, Mark Scout's, and he made the choice to sever. And like, you know, it's kind of interesting how you see Mark S's perspective like change on this, you know? Where he's like when talking to Helly in the first episode, she's like, "So, I guess I'll never leave here?" And it's like, "No, you'll leave at 5. Uh this version of you won't leave, you know?" And then he says is that like fuck, what does he say? He says well, it like every time you appear back on the floor, you decided to come back. Like he sees himself the same as his Audi, you know? It's like a lot of the characters feel the same about this. Like they speculate about who their Audi is and what their Audi does, and like it's really kind of interesting and cute that they come up with theories and ideas about what they are and what they do, you know? And so it's just like, I don't know, it's really interesting to me when it's like, uh, oh, here we go. Interesting. Now this seems like a good video. Thank you, YouTube. Finally posting some damn good stuff from a smaller creator. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. I'm not sure how this video is going to be, but I definitely am going to watch it, probably after I get done live streaming. But it's titled, Why It's Immoral to Linger in Chapter 2. And then, not a bar break. I don't know what that is. What's like a straight line when it's like a vertical line? I don't know what that symbol is. Because it's not like a dash or like a slash, but it's similar. But yeah, then why it's immoral to linger in Chapter 2, vertical line, Red Dead Redemption 2, you know? And like, seems like it might be an interesting little video. Short too, only 7 minutes. Just about. And, but yeah, it's like, I do think that things are, I don't know, media is very interesting, you know? Because it's like, kind of going all back on, or, you know, going back to the sort of like media discussion, you know, of like, I've had an idea for a while. It's like, I don't know if it would be like a pointless video or not. That I have this idea of like, talking about and saying that like, you know, uh, like, it would be titled pretty much like Arthur Morgan is not a good man, and like examining what that means and why it's important that we even like pose this question to ourselves and have this like idea, you know? Because it's like, I think that's the tragedy of Red Dead Redemption 2, is that Arthur Morgan could have been a great man. He could have been like really good, and he tries to do good, but he's forever trapped being who he is and being like kind of like morally wrong, being a bad man because of Dutch and Hosea, because of this loyalty he has to this like found family, to these older men that manipulated him when he was like, you know, like not even really a young man himself, when he was still like a boy. He was like 16 years old when Dutch and Hosea kind of picked him up and decided to teach him how to read and teach him how to write and to do all these things, and essentially like give him a life, and by doing so make him loyal to them, you know? Because it's like that is the one thing that is always consistent about Arthur. Whether you play him with high honor or low honor, he is loyal to the gang. He is loyal to Dutch, you know? It's like, that's the tragedy of it. Even when Dutch has betrayed him and thought him to be a traitor and a snake. Dutch is still, or Arthur is still loyal to Dutch. He's still trying to convince Dutch. He's still trying to help Dutch. And it's like, it's a tragic, genuinely. And so it's like, if you play the game and you're like, oh, Arthur Morgan is a good man and he's perfect and he can do no wrong and it's so badass the way he murders people. It's like you're kind of misunderstanding the game. You're missing the forest for the trees, you know? But it's like, you know, it's like I don't know that video is necessary. I don't know that video really has like a real point to it, if it really has legs, if it is something that is worth being said. Because it's like I feel like most people who do play the game would like kind of understand that, would know that, you know? But maybe not, you know? Plenty of teenagers that play games, you know? Like I assume all the people who are like power leveling and doing all that sort of shit, like they have to be teenagers. Because if you're an adult doing that shit, that's crazy, man. It's crazy that you're doing that. Ugh. But yeah, so it's like, you know, it's like again going back to this whole idea of like, you know, it's like it's like I would rather, it's like again, it's like just because I understand somebody doesn't mean I have to agree with them, you know, where it's like, sorry, but it's like, or it's like, oh, I can see why you think this or why you believe this, but you know, it's like I don't have to like agree with you, I don't have to believe you, I don't have to side with you, you know. So it's like, I don't know, I mean, make your videos, say your piece, you know, so share what's on your mind. What's the worst thing that can happen? People hate you and chastise you and criticize you and think you're dumb and stupid? Well, maybe you are all those things and maybe you're not. Only one way to find out, right? I don't know. If you do it at all, do it for yourself, you know? Like, I think that is why you should be alive. That's why you should exist. You should be doing it for yourself. I don't know. Maybe that's a bit narcissistic or selfish or whatever you want to say. But it's like, I think that's the only way to live, you know? It's like you have to live for yourself. Because if you're not living for yourself, that's no way to live, in my opinion. Sleepy, sleepy. But I don't know. Do let me know what you think, if you care to do so at all. Because, like, that to me is, like, the best part about the internet, is that you're able to share ideas and information almost instantaneously with other people, you know? And it's like, that will always be a cool thing, even if the internet does have terrible people saying terrible things and doing terrible stuff, you know? It's like the main purpose of it, the main reason it exists is a fundamentally good one, and it is nice to see, you know? Honestly, I am real tired, so I think, I don't know, I'll try to clear out this, like, church area, you know? And I think I'm gonna go ahead and hit the hay. Or maybe I won't even do that. Maybe I'll just go back to the Hunter's Dream now. And say, yeah, I think I did well enough. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go back. I think I've had enough fun for one night. But hey, I'll be very happy with, yeah, I wonder how many blood vials I get, because that was the whole point of doing this. Let's see. Yeah, no, swap to, R2. Alright, 66, that's not too bad. Honestly, it's more than I expected. So, let's go ahead and level up precisely once.
Very well, let me stand.
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like at this point, more HP would be kind of a waste, not really necessary. Eh. Why not? Give me just a little bit more strength. And now I can spend the rest of the money on blood vials. Alright. 165 ain't too bad. That's not too bad of a haul. You know what I will do before I go ahead and hit the hay? Let's go ahead and go to the whole reason why I need blood vials in the first place. Alright. Now, where am I going? Where am I heading? What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Boss fight. Ludwig. Ludwig coming at you in the morning or something. It is 4:40 a.m. for me. God, sometimes he just hits you with a move that you're not quite expecting. Fuck me. Now, can you see why I ran out of blood vials? What the fuck even happened there? What did I do? Why did that happen in that way? Alright, whatever. Screw you, big man. Big horse freak fuck. You and your fucking mouth move, man. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Don't fucking let a terrible horse bite you in your face. with its terrible mouth. Alright, whatever, man. Huh. Why is that a thing? What did I get that for? Alright, well, whatevs. Back to it. I gotta give it a couple of tries. Alright. Yeah, give it some tries, man. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Oh, I thought I was dead. I thought I was dead, man. I literally had like 1 health left and I didn't realize it. Fuck. Shit, man. Damn. Alright, well, here. You want to know something I'll try to do? Try to do this. Yeah, also making sure. Network. Okay, no password. I know, it would be kind of crazy if someone was, like, trying to summon an ally. Get out of here, bitch. Well, yeah, no, I think I'll give it a little minute, see if anyone is looking for help. I kind of doubt it, though. Let's see, while I wait, let's look up the Bloodborne subreddit, see if there's anything interesting on here. Some cosplay. There's a... Somebody having a good time co-op? Hey, look, it's me. Hey, look, that's probably also me. Alright. I think that's enough of waiting around for this. Rude. I'm hitting triangle, man. Dude, I hit triangle like twice and it did not let me use a blood bottle. Man. Man, it is interesting how, like, even though he's turned into a beast, he still fights like a hunter, you know? Like, he does the same thing you do with the backstabs. How am I supposed to predict that? How am I supposed to know when he does the long one or the short one, man? How am I supposed to know? Because it's like, if he does the short one, you gotta, like, roll immediately. If you roll twice immediately, you're good. If he does the long one and you roll at all, you're fucked. You're fucked no matter what, because how are you supposed to know when he's coming down, man? Fuck. I fucking hate that one. I hate that one genuinely. Such horse shit. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's try it, man. Let's try it. Okay. Feel like could have been clear on that one, but you know, fine, whatever. Fuck me. Yeah, see? That, like, immediately you gotta do that. But then when he does the big one, the big long one that you don't know the difference for, it's like you can't just spam roll, which is fine, but it's like, I wish that he didn't have a move that was the same exact thing, just different on how it actually worked. Fuck you, asshole. I hate you. I hate you with all my heart and every fiber of my very being. You deserve to rot in hell forever until the end of time, you fucking scumfuck sack of shit, man. Oh. Alright. Let's see, I'm doing it, man. I'm doing it. I'm looking up Ludwig the Accursed. Or the Accursed. Yeah, let's see here. Okay. Alright. Alright. Let's go. Let's give it another shot. Another try. God, I don't like that. I don't like how sometimes it works out really well and then sometimes it works out terribly. You fucking little tantrum toddler. Ugh. Dude, it just sucks, man. Just sucks so hard, man. Alright, return me here. Return me here for now, for the minute. Nice job, me. Just drop my controller on the floor. Alright, okay. You know, it's like, fuck you, game. Let's see, where are all these pebbles I have? That I'm supposedly, like, so full on. Nah, just go ahead and do this. Okay, I think that's enough. God damn it, just barely not enough, man. Well, you know what, fine, do this. Storage. Where are the pebbles, man? Yeah, what is there to buy here with insight? Oh, you can get blood rocks. Yeah. Alright. Whatevs. Where's my damn Rakuyo? Hmm. Ah, there it is. Alright.
Welcome home, good. What is it?
Yeah, so hold on, I'm kind of curious now. It's like, hmm.
hunter. May
Alright, I think I'll probably give it a couple more tries, and then when I get frustrated, I'm going to bed. Saw that one coming. Saw right through you on that one, bud. Alright, I feel like I dodged that, but, you know, that one felt so good, too. That one, like, started off strong, felt great about it, and then just fucking insta-murdered because I'm fucking... I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. There's a lot wrong with me. Ugh. Fuck. I hate you with all my heart. I hate you with every fiber of my being. Don't like you. Alright, man. Alright. I'm gonna give this a shot. I'm gonna try using the big blade. See if that makes any... see if that makes any difference. Because who knows, might be better, might be worse. Because I kind of tried to use it initially, didn't quite work out for me, so now it's like, what are you doing? Fuck, dude, can you give me a breather? Is it the blood that gives you the hint? I think it's the blood that gives you the hint. Fuck. up, man. It's so fucked up, man. Fuck. 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 I mean, darn. I mean, shoot. I mean, frick. Frickety frick. 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 Frack. Fuck. Nah. Nah. It's okay. It's alright. It's fine. I don't even care. Not fair. When I do my big giant sweeping move with my fucking sword, he somehow gets to dodge it when he presses the dodge button. But when I do the same fucking thing, oh, I don't get to dodge shit. I get to fucking eat shit and die, man. It's fucking not fair. It's not fucking fair. It's not a fair game. It's a bad game, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate the game. It's a bad, bad video game. You made a bad game here, folks. Pack it in. From Software, give it the fuck up. You can't make a good fucking game because you always make it frustrating, awful, annoying, terrible, and no fucking good. It's not a good game. It's not fun when you're constantly losing for bullshit reasons that you can't even fucking understand. Alright? You know, it's like having a puzzle game where the puzzles are never explained to you, and you never know what you're doing, and you have to just come up with some random fucking solution that doesn't make any sense to anyone other than the fucking psycho who came up with it. You're a psycho. You're a psycho. You're a psycho piece of shit motherfucker that has no redeeming qualities. You are not a person. You are a demon manifesting, masquerading as a game developer. That's who you are, that's what you are, and you should feel bad about yourself and your life because you have done a bad thing. You have made a bad game, and you are a bad person for doing so. You made me pay money to torture myself. Hey, buddy, I can torture myself for free. I'm pretty good at it. I know what it's like having like depression, man, and doing all sorts of nasty stuff to yourself. All right? All right? If I wanted to be miserable and sad and feel bad about myself, I would just think about my life, man. Christ. I don't like that I'm not able to get more than one hit. It's like this guy can do his stupid little double attacks all the live long day. Meanwhile, it's like if I attack twice, oh, sorry, not allowed. See? See? Isn't that nonsense? Isn't that bull? It's such bull. It's such bull. Such bull, and it's unacceptable. Quite frankly. Good jump. Hustle. I like your bustle, Buster. Alright, cool. You're very aggressive, Mr. Man. Mr. Horse Freak Fuck. What? How? How do you make such a bad video game? How are you so bad at it? How do you make it so fucking awful? I don't care who hurt you. It doesn't give you license to hurt people like this. Like, you have to have something wrong with your fucking brain. You need to see a doctor. You need to fucking have a community. You need to have a support group. You need to have somebody that prevents you from fucking doing this. Because it's not right. It shouldn't be fucking legal, and it shouldn't be something that exists. It is abhorrent. I know there is no God, for this exists. For if there were a God, if there were a just, happy God that did not hate the very people that he made, then why would he make this? Why would he do this to me? Why would he do this to you? Why would he do it to us all? I just don't understand. I want to understand. I want to comprehend, you know? It's all I've ever wanted to do all my life, is to understand, to know. And I just don't. I simply don't. And maybe I can't. Maybe I'm not meant to. Maybe it's all meant to be a mystery, all up in the air. You fucker. You fucking piece of garbage. You fucking piece of garbage. Shit-ass fucking video game that has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. With mouth attack. Oh my god, I was actually able to dodge that move. I wasn't able to dodge that one. More bullshit. Oh, you just had to do that move, didn't you? Oh, you just had to do that move right then and there, didn't you? Oh, you just had to do it. You had to do it. You had to do it. I'm so proud of you, sport. So proud of you, you horse-faced fuck. So proud of you. I love you. You're like a son to me. Disappointment. Hideous, monstrous failure. You're just like me. Just like your old man. You fuck. What now, man? What now? I'm gonna go on defense. Whatever. You're not fair, and you're not fun. You're not fun. You don't have whimsy and joy in your heart. You're dumb, fucking, worm-riddled horse heart. You are infested with misery, despair, and folly. You have nothing but malice and contempt inside of you, and you fester that within all those that fucking have the unfortunate goddamn fate of meeting you. Dude, I don't like it when you don't only get 2 hits, man. Alright? I am owed 2 hits at the beginning of the fight. I hate you. 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 And hey, guess what? I hate you. Did you know? Fun fact, I hate you. Hey, buddy, I hate you. Hey, pal, I hate you. Hey, I hate you. No, 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 no. You seem to misunderstand. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Finally. A good time for one of my notes to be rated fine. Wow. That is fine by me, man. Ow. Ow. You and your big dumb horse body, man. Big, dumb, stupid, and abhorrent. Hate it. Okay, one move. I just want to get one hit. I will take that. Take that with a smile. Oh, and I will take this. I will take this opportunity. Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity, boss. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Oh.
You were at my side all along. My true mentor. My guiding moonlight.
What a freak, man. My goodness. It's alright. It's alright. I can't be mad. I can't be mad. I'm a little mad. I'm a little bit mad, but it's alright. It's alright. I was like, it would have been too easy. I would have loved it if I was able to beat him the first time I got him to his second phase, but I understand. I understand. It's alright. It's okay. Whew. God damn, though. God damn. Alright. I think we give it one last try. Then after that, I'm calling it a night. This is the final one. Will it be a good one, or will it be a terrible one? Only one way to find out. I really do hate that move. I don't know. I wish I could understand it. My brain just can't comprehend it. What is the timing of it? Sometimes he does it almost immediately. Sometimes is it random? Like, are there two versions of it? One where he takes forever to do it, or one where he takes no time at all to do it? I don't know. Oh well. Time to keep slamming my head against this brick wall, because eventually either my head will break or the wall will break. And I'm betting it's gonna be my head. My poor brain wasn't all that bright to begin with. Certainly not doing it any favors now. Yep, okay. Nice one. Cool. Great. Very impressive. Finally got a viewer and, yeah. There we go. Excellent. I almost liked it better before when I was angry. When I was angry and alone, at least I don't have to sit here and like think about my mistakes and realize my faults, my failings, and my folly. But I'll keep trying. I'll keep dying. And, you know, I'll keep crying myself to sleep every night because I'm not good at a video game. Which is fine. There are plenty of video games I'm not good at, and I don't care if I'm good at it. But I love Bloodborne. It's one of my favorite games. I hate it. It's the worst game I've ever played. Yeah, what are we doing here? 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 Why are we even pretending? Why are we even giving me a chance? Giving me the hope that I'm able to actually play the game? I should walk into the boss room and I should be dead. You should just insta-kill me, because that's what's going to happen. That's the inevitable conclusion every single time, is that I die and I lose and I fail. I know this because that's all I've done. That's all I've ever done my entire fucking life. I want to believe that I can do more. I want to believe I can succeed. I want to believe that I'm able to do things correct and good and fun and in a way that other people can appreciate, but I know this to be false. I know this to be a false hope that I hold in my head, in my silly, dumb little brain. And I wish to no longer have the brain. I wish for the brain to be liquefied into mush, and I can no longer feel a thing. For I will no longer be anything but a thing, a corpse, a shell of a man, a husk, because that's what you're turning me into. Just cut to the conclusion, cut to the chase, cut to the cutscene of me dying, cut to my funeral where nobody will come and nobody will care. God damn. Alright, well, let's go ahead and give it another try. We can't let ourselves be getting down. I don't know if I'm the only one that appreciates my bit, but I love the bit of just getting really emotionally intense and then just completely resetting and going right back to like a nice little emotional homeostasis. Because, you know, it's like, I always feel like most people, when they meet me or they know me, they're always like, wow, you seem like such a chill guy. And I'm like, do I? Because I'm not. But I'm glad it's working. I'm glad I've convinced you. I hate you and I hate that move. Come on, man. That's like the one move that actually hits me if I'm just going straight for the... Now what? No. What am I, a Goomba? Who are you, Mario? Mario Day was a long time ago. Your time is past, old man. Alright? You can't do this to me. You can't treat me like this. I'm not some NPC in a video game meant to be killed. That's you. That's literally you. I'm a real person. You should let me win so I can feel good about being a real person. Okay? Because it sucks being a real person, man. You got like emotions and stuff and like a brain that just don't work right, you know? So I just want to have one thing. I just want to have something that's good. I want to have something that I can say, hey, I did that, and I feel good about it, and I can go to bed with a smile on my face. Which is something that I'm not allowed to do, apparently. I'm not allowed to have this feeling of joy. I'm not allowed to feel happiness. I'm only allowed to feel misery, death, and pain and destruction. There is no hope. There is no light. There is only more suffering. Great, thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna delete this game and I'm gonna download Red Dead Redemption 2 and I'm going to just do nothing but murder horses. That's it's kind of where this is coming from. I think I can't kill this guy. I can't get my revenge, so I can just kill anything that vaguely resembles him. This monster freak horseman. It's fine though. It's fine. I'm not even mad. I'm just incredibly enraged and upset. But I'm not even mad. Because I don't even care. Like, I don't even care. Like, why would I even care? Why, like, who would even, like, care, you know? Come on, man. Let me get the double hit on you. You get double hits on me all the time, you big jerk. Let me have a couple, you know? Alright. But screw you, big man! How am I meant to avoid that? How am I supposed to do anything about that, man? Like, I dodge immediately, I eat shit and die. I don't dodge immediately, I eat shit and die. There's no other option. Oh, fair maiden, why is it that you weep? Why are you not weeping? Who are you to come up to me, to ask me, oh, fair maiden, why are you weeping? How are you not weeping all the time, you goddamn jaded, cynical bastard? This is awful. This is a terrible world that we live in that fills me with nothing but misery and sadness and despair. Of course I'm weeping. Why wouldn't I be? What am I supposed to do? Kill stuff? That's not going to make you feel better. That's going to make you feel worse. I was going to say, I've never killed anything and felt better. And it's completely untrue, because the only thing I really kill in my day-to-day life are bugs, and it is incredibly satisfying to kill bugs. Like, especially when they've been annoying. I walked into that one. That was my fault. I couldn't even get mad about that one. I don't even know if I want to heal. Like, I'm wasting my blood vials. Come on, heal. When I said I don't know if I wanted to heal, that didn't mean that I didn't want to heal. Okay? That's not what I meant when I said that. Yeah, he's doing his charge. Haha. You missed. Ah, no. Jesus Christ. That's fine. Whatever. I'm cool. I'm not cool. I'm incredibly lame. I don't know if you could tell by the fact that I'm playing a video game. But I can pretend to be cool. I can put on the masquerade of being cool. You know? It's like, I think you have to maintain a good balance. Is like, of course you should care about things. Of course things should matter to you. You know? You should be like a person. But also at the same time, I think a moderate, controlled bit of apathy is not a bad thing. It can be quite useful to be able to be like, hey, you know what? At the end of the day, it's just a video game. Who cares if you win or lose, you know? It's all about having fun and trying your best. But the thing is, I'm not even having any fun. So, what are we doing here? Ah! My bones! My blood! My soul! My dark soul! Okay, chill. Look, we're chill. We're good, man. Don't even worry about it. Alright. Good move, good hit. Oh, nice one, nice. I like when you do that one. I just don't like when you hit me, though. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like that move. I don't like when you do that move. I think you're a big jerk and you're a mean guy and you should feel bad for all the awful things you do to specifically me. Okay? You know, I'm sure you do plenty of mean things to plenty of other people, but they're not me, so I don't care. I don't feel their emotions, you know? I can pretend to through the power of empathy, but I can also just not do that. I can not think about it, man. Alright? I know when I came in, one of those little blood guys who's like, "Ugh," and they're all like bloody and like, you know, like popping up, like these guys here, you know? Where they're like, "Ugh, ugh." Like it does kind of surprise you when they do move. Anyway, I gotta move because otherwise I'm gonna get backstabbed by this witch. Oh, okay, so I'm able to dodge that one, huh? Did that perfectly. Okay, yeah. Yep, that's fair. That is only fair. All right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. There. Alright. That was good. That was good. Good series of hits, one after the other. Ooh, tried to chomp me with your big stupid horse teeth, didn't you? Didn't you do that? Okay, don't horse kick me, man. Oh, God. It's just, I don't know, man. It sucks. I get that it's the point, but it's like, you know, I hit the guy like 10 times and he's like, oh yeah, I still have more than half of my health. Then the guy hits me one time and my health bar goes from full to unfull to empty. That's the word. I was like, what's the opposite of full? Because I'll tell you what, this game is not making me feel fulfilled. It is making me feel empty and hollow on the inside. It's making me feel like everything I've ever done and everything in my life leading up to this point has not mattered, and none of it will ever matter, and none of it could ever matter. Screw you, man. Let me get my double hit in. Alright? God, I don't know, man. I feel like I need a double shot. I feel like you owe me that much. Man, I'm like fucking 2 days sober and you're gonna get me drinking again. I'm not an alcoholic, I just, you know. I just had something to drink the other night, or 2 nights ago. Wait, no, was it the other night? It's today. Today is technically now Saturday, right? Yes, okay. I don't know. I watched that season finale of Severance. It was pretty great. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I also hated it. It was awful. How could you do this to me? So, you know, really, it's like Severance is the Bloodborne of TV shows. Oh God, my stomach hurts. My stomach hurts. Oh God. Oh God, there's something wrong with me. There's something like going wrong internally inside of me, and I'm not just talking mentally. Ow. Jerk. Mr. Mean Guy. You're a Mr. Mean, and you don't... Yeah! Thank you. Go. Okay, I don't know which one of those attacks missed, but I feel like some of them that missed shouldn't have missed. I knew it. I was like, he's gonna do his fucking charge. It's coming. It's time. It's time for his fucking silly, dumb little charge. And it's time for this move. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Thank you for not insta-killing me, you fucking jerk. That shouldn't be a thing I thank you for. That should just be expected, but you know how it goes. You know how it is. You played a game before, haven't you? Come on. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it was coming. I knew it was fucking coming. I knew you couldn't let me get to your second phase again. I knew it. I'm not allowed to have fun. I'm not allowed to play the game. I'm not allowed to win. I'm only allowed to lose and suck and be miserable. I've known this all my life, and this will remain true until the day I die. Okay? Can you let me pretend? Can you let me have a fucking fantasy? Can you let me believe, have hope for a moment that there's more to me and more to this life than failure, misery, and patheticness? Because that is me to a T. That is every fucking aspect of me. Every cell of my body is weak, dumb, and incompetent. It's just, I want one thing, one time for it to be good, just once in my fucking life. I want something to mean anything to me, to someone else, to anyone else. Just something to say that I did, that I accomplished. Fuck you. Hey, fuck you. Fuck you. Kill me. Kill me. That was a bullshit move. That was stupid. Shouldn't have bit me. I don't even care. You're dumb. Hey, shout out to you, the one guy still watching. There were two guys watching. Or gals. I don't know. Could be either or. But now we're down to one. I wonder why they tuned out. I don't know. I wish I had more feedback. Like, I don't know. Do people find me funny? Do people find me miserable? It's like, nobody watches me, so I don't know. It's not like people leave like a little review before they go. It's like, hey, wow, I think it's really great, but I don't know, I think maybe you should get like a better mic because your voice sounds terrible. And it's like, oh, you see, that's the problem, is I have a good mic, so if my voice sounds terrible, that's just how my voice sounds. Can't really do much about that. Fuck you, I didn't realize he had a third follow-up move. Jerk. Ah, you're mean. You're a mean jerk. You're a mean jerk, and this isn't how you make friends. This isn't how you conduct business. This isn't how you live a life. Alright? It's how you lose one. Fucker. Oh, come on! God. Look at all those past versions of me. Dying, failing, and fucking being sad. Now I'm no longer mad. Now I'm just sad. I'm defeated, deflated, and... I don't know. Debeated? I deserve that. You deserve that. And then some. God, you Big, stupid, dumb horse head getting in my way. Keep that damn head away from me. Freak. You're a freak. You're a freak and no one will ever love you. Not even your dumb sword. Whoa. I fucking lived and I dodged that? Really? I mean, I'm not gonna complain, but I'm just surprised. Look. There we go. By the way, what's the significance of this guy having, like, the moonlit blade? Like, does it mean anything? Like, I know that's the, I know that's the sword that, like, shows up in every single one of From Software's games, but it's like, is there any actual significance to him having the moonlit blade, you know? Like, what does it mean? Because he calls the blade his mentor. He's like, you were by my side all along, my mentor. And it's like, did the sword teach you how to fight? Did the sword turn you into a monster? Like, what's the deal? I don't know what's going on with that, man. Gotta watch a damn lore video about it. Alright. Nice, nice. Got the classic double hit. That did not kill me, but that shouldn't have even happened in the first place. Alright, fine. We're going sans healing. Maybe not. I don't know. I immediately went back on it. Oh, of course. Of course, you fucking horse. Of course. Eyeball mouth. You're a bad person. You are a fundamentally flawed, evil fucking person. There's no redemption, there is no light for you, there's no end in sight other than death. That is the merciful thing to do. Not for you, because who gives a fuck about you, but for everyone else. You deserve to die. Die and die and die again. Go to hell to die once more, then again, forever and ever. Suffering until the fucking light goes out. Until there's no more universe. Until there's no more existence. Until your atoms have been decimated and destroyed and turned into something better. Something greater. Something beautiful. Something you will never know, you will never possess, and you can never possess. Fuck you fucking freak. Like, it's gotta be amazing, man. To, like, be this ugly on the outside, and somehow internally you are uglier than you are on the outside, you know? Like frankly, it's impressive. It's a skill. It's a skill to be this much of a hideous monster, even more so than your appearance would tell, or something. I don't know. I've been going for 3.5 hours. I don't know how long I've been going on this fight specifically, but I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go to bed, I'm gonna eat food, I'm gonna do something that's enjoyable and nice, which is, quite honestly, anything that's not playing this game. I think maybe I'll try taking my actual head and bashing it into a wall. I think that would be more fun and rewarding for me than continuing to play this game. Anyway, hope you have a wonderful night. Much better than the one I'm having, because it sucks. And is it because I suck? Yes, of course. I feel that way every night. But is it because the game sucks? Yes. Am I bad at the game? Who cares? The game is bad because it makes me feel bad, you know? Good game design is when I'm good at a game and I'm having fun. Bad game design is when I'm bad at a game and I'm not having fun. So it's bad game design. Alright. Well, actually, if you don't mind, it is going to bug me a little bit. I'm going to vamp for about, like, 1 more minute because I want to get to 3 hours, 33 minutes. And, I mean, I could go for the real trifecta of 3 hours, 33 minutes, and 33 seconds, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go to bed. I'm going to sleep, I'm going to rest, and then tomorrow, a new day, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to fail again and I'm going to quit and I'm going to be sad about it. And I'll repeat until eventually I find something better to do with my life, which honestly would be anything. I could just go outside and like just start eating grass. Like that would be like much better for me and my body and my life. Like it wouldn't be particularly nutritious, but it would be like, hey, wow, at least it's not suffering and pain. At least it's not torture for yourself, mentally and physically. Or I don't know, would it? Humans can eat grass, can't they? I've eaten grass. Not in a long time, not since I was like a kid, but you know. Alright. Well, looking like that time. Yo, speaking of the time, what time even is it? 5:45. Jesus Christ. It's so early. I gotta go to bed. I gotta find I gotta find something, man. I gotta do something else with my life, man. Ooh, scary. Anyway, good night.